Hey everyone, welcome to the first Q&A video I've ever done. I've been wanting to do this for a long time, and if you have any questions you'd like me to answer in future videos, leave them down below, and let's jump right into it. What is your goal as a musician? My goal as a musician, from day one when I first started, was just to make music that people enjoy, and to maybe eventually be able to sustain myself to some extent off of the music that I make. I remember back in, I think it was like 2014, I believe, is when I first started attempting to make music. And I was listening to all of these musicians and all of these, all of their songs that they were putting out, and the passion and the soul and the skill and everything that they were putting into it, that just made it so incredible. And I wanted to be a part of that, so I became a part of it, and I taught myself how to make music, and I think at where I am now is just incredible. And I'm so thankful for the journey that it's come along, and being able to put my words and my emotions and my feelings into song form for everyone to enjoy. It's just been incredible. How old are you? I am 21. I turned 21 in July, and so I guess that makes me about 21 and a half almost at this point. What is your process in creating a song? My process in creating a song is very chaotic, a lot more chaotic than I found most musicians would employ, and I'll try and keep it simple because it is pretty long, but generally I follow these steps. First, I get an idea, either from, say, like a beat or a specific instrument that I heard, or an idea for a character or the theme of the song. Like, say, I want to make a song about Trixie, so I'll grab that and I'll go with it. The second is that I need to figure out what kind of song I want it to be, happy, sad, upbeat, what kind of genre. I mean, I don't really stick with conventional genres, but just the general idea of the genre that I want to go for. And then after that, I try and either write the intro to the song, and then go from there, or I'll try and write a hook or some sort of catchy part of the song or a drop or something, and then expand on it from that point. After that, I fill out the song, I write the lyrics, I just write whatever comes to mind. I don't really have some sort of long process for writing lyrics. And then I sing them, do the vocals. Again, it's completely free-handed, I guess you could say. I don't know the exact word for it, but I just sing what I think sounds good with the song. Maybe I might have one or two specific points where I think, oh, I want to hit this pitch here and this pitch there, but for the most part, I just do it. As it comes to me. After that, I mix it, I master it, all that stuff, maybe redo some vocals if they need to be done, and then I release it. How tall are you? I don't personally like discussing my exact height with people for personal reasons, but I will say that I'm very tall, and anyone who's seen me in person can testify to the fact that I am in fact very tall. I love you. That's not a question. Do you love me too, Mom? No. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate all the improvements you've made so far throughout your time in making music, or how would you describe it? So, I would, on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being the worst and 10 being the best, obviously, I would say my improvements are always 10. I'm always learning something that makes my music even better and better and better on just an incredible scale that I didn't even consider before I learned whatever it is that improved my music. On a scale of 1 to 10, meaning like how far along do I think I am in producing music, I would have to say that I think I'm around a 5 or a 6. I think that I make very decent music right now, and there's not any sort of like super glaring problems with most of my songs, but I do know that there is still a lot that I need to learn. I'm definitely not professional or like anything close to that. I'm not making, radio-worthy songs. I'm not, making Porter Robinson or Madeon or something like that. But I do think that I've come very far in my production, and I can't wait to see how much farther I can go. Who or what was the reason for the music to be your passion? I would have to say just the collective of musicians that I listened to when I first started joining the fandom, but not even just the fandom, all the way back into my childhood. Music's always been a very big part of me growing up, Our family would always listen to music, you know, during car rides. We'd all sing along in the car. Just at home, my dad would always have music playing in the background whenever he was home. Just all these, just constant exposure to music. And then when I found the fandom and I found out that I could make music too if I tried hard enough, I would say that was definitely the inspiration to the passion that I have behind music. It's just the constant exposure to it and wanting to be a part of this. What's the story of the new username? I'm curious. So, as you all know, I used to be named Sights Unseen, but I decided that that username didn't fit who I was as a musician. So I decided to change my name into what we see now, which is Remember Falling. And the story behind that's pretty simple. Basically, growing up, I had a very difficult childhood, and I know that's something that a lot of people can relate to, but I'm not going to get too into detail on it. But just, I had a very dysfunctional family growing up between parents and siblings and friends, I guess you could call them. And, you know, that never really stopped, you know, through my younger years, through my preteen, teen years, all the way up until now. And I've struggled with things like depression and anxiety for the longest time, and suicidal thoughts, stuff like that. That's just not very fun to deal with. And I feel like for me, Remember Falling is sort of a reminder to myself to remember where I came from, because I'm definitely not out of the woods yet, for sure, but where I am now compared to where I was, you know, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years ago, there's definitely been an improvement. And I feel like for me, Remember Falling is just a sort of, like I said, a reminder for me to remember where I was, you know, remember falling, because I don't want to forget, as painful as those memories are, I don't want to forget where I came from, because I feel like that's sort of a inspiration for me to continue moving forward, if that makes sense. Alright, that about wraps up this video. Thank you all for watching. Thank you to everyone who submitted questions as well. And just, I really hope that you all enjoyed. If you have any questions you'd like me to answer in a future video, please leave them below. And I mean any questions at all, except for sexual. I had a lot of fun doing this. I feel like this is a really easy, simple way for me to interact with you guys more often. And if you enjoyed it as much as I did, then awesome. And I'll be sure to try and keep this, make this a reoccurring thing. Not too frequent though, obviously. And yeah, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye!